No one has borne witness to the societal change more than our next guest. He is a reformed man whore. Yes. Which you can't even be. You'd have to be a them whore. Would Deuce Bigelow be a them whore?
Yeah, a they whore.
A they whore. The lovely and talented.
I did say He-Man. I did He-Man. I don't know.
I got a He-Man right there.
He-Man whore, or was it something like a...
The point I was trying to make,
He-bitch man whore.
Rob Schneider in the house. There it is. The crowd goes wild. They're excited.
That was from Dan Graney and Matt Selman.
That's very funny. Well,
Those guys that write for The Simpsons, the real geniuses.
Yeah, geniuses, OGs. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you. Look at it's so fun, your desk.
The desk looks like the inside of a van that promised you candy.
Oh.
But doesn't it? There's a lot of toys in here.
No, I always admired people, like when I worked somewhere and they made their office, even though they was a temporary, like a TV show or their dressing room, they always decorated it nice. And I was like, I never did that.
No, but
I admired that. Like, look at you. You put curtains up.
So some people function because they need like a hominess.
Yeah, but that's good. They're just those are people that actually have lives.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I was the one who's like, I didn't. You know, I remember one time I was doing a movie in Europe and like. I go, why don't they want to work Saturday? We'll just get it over with. Let's just work, you know. And then I saw a guy who was in Amsterdam, and I see somebody, a guy who was like, he always looked tan. He was like the set decorator, you know, putting stuff on the set, decorating it, you know. He always looked tan and big blonde, you know, brown blonde hair and everything. Then I saw him, I'm leaving my little pad there, and I'm getting on my bicycle because you have to because it's Amsterdam. And then I see this guy coming down on this antique boat on the canal with these two beautiful little kids and his wife with some champagne and cheese, giving it to him while he's driving this beautiful boat with his shirt off and I'm like, well, this guy has a life. That's why he doesn't work Saturday. I'm the idiot who doesn't have a life.
This guy's on a boat with cheese. He sounds like he's on a romance model, like a romance novel guy. Was this Fabio?
So yeah, he did kind of have a Fabio, a thicker Fabio. But I just took my kids. I just basically did that. I tried my version of that. I took my kids to Italy.
Okay,
beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say Italy's a home run, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, you can't screw that up.
Well, you know what I did?
You can. If you got a hostel.
I went to Rome, dude. I walked. You know, you walk everywhere in Rome. It's really wild. Like it blows your mind because things are 2,000 years old, 5,000 years old.
You know, if you have something that's 50 years old in New York, it's a miracle.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's like a national monument if it makes it 50 years. There, it's you know, you see stuff that's literally 2,000 years old.
Yeah, it kind of blows your mind. You're walking down the street eating a piece of pizza, and they're like, "Ah, there's a Trevi fountain." It's you know, they founded it in like you know.
And it used to be part of a Roman. You know, it was like this underneath pizza place. It was pretty. The Roman wall still exists. The roads. That's how they screwed up. I didn't realize the Romans. They built such good roads that you know
made it easy for the other guys to get in
to attack them. They said, we're building roads for these guys to come and kill us.
The Turks were looting the Colosseum because they had Easy Pass. A lot of people don't know that.
You're right. And they were
the
barbarians.
HOV lane.
These Germans, supposedly barbarians. Because, you know, they don't have any written records. So we don't know how barbaric they were. But according to the Romans, they were barbarians, you know?
Somebody's got to look into this. Rob Schneider's in the studio. His new stand-up special. It's streaming on Fox Nation. It's called Woke Up in America.
Yeah.
If people are watching, there's a lot of highlights on the channel. You're all over the channel right now.
It's nice. I mean? They're promoting it. It's so beautiful. First of all, it's amazing that they let me say what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a miracle.
Well, are you not?
It's a miracle.
Are you not on some level taken back by the actual lack of oversight here? Because there's no oversight. I'm on the air for 3 hours a day. No one ever says a word to me. It's great.
I'm just grateful that there's any disorganization because that's when good things can happen. Yep. Like I like that in politics. Mm-hmm. I like when a government has no confidence. Like the Carter administration.
Yeah.
Or like if it's look what's happening. Biden is way too confident, this administration, and it's being destructive.
No, you're right. It's executive order.
Starting wars and stuff. At least you can say what you want about the Trump administration, but they were so under besiege that they didn't start any wars.
No, they didn't have time. They
didn't have time. That's what I want. But I do say, like, whatever's happening at Fox, like, you know, I can just tell the cars don't know where to go to pick me up, you know. But it's good because then you could have a chance to get some interesting material on here.
Can I tell you a funny story? Ben's limos. They got Ben's. Some of the people who pick us up at Fox, they're great, right?
Yeah.
I used to be a cab driver when I was younger.
Good for you. You know what real life is like.
Thank you. But I once took over for a driver. It was UN week, and you know when all the diplomats are in town, and you know they're just parking wherever they want, and the roads are closed. You can't get to the embassy because all the hookers are being dropped off.
Exactly.
So a guy was so over.
The good old days.
Thank you.
America. The 90s.
America.
The gay 20s.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So we made a deal that I told the guy, like, hey, you're getting a little emotionally overwhelmed here. How about you jump in the back. I'll reprise my role, and drove the guy home and got him home and still tipped him and was a gentleman about it.
Yeah, that's too much.
You think I went too far?
I think so.
You think I don't tip him? Do you think I just drive him home and give him a talking to?
I don't. That was very nice of you. But
do you discuss?
Did you do that so you could tell a story about it later? That's my question.
No, not at all. I actually
was the worst employee.
Okay.
Let me just I drove. I delivered flowers like in high school. I was like a junior in high school. I remember my friends were playing softball. I was like, oh, my buddies are over there. I pulled over and played softball for a couple hours. All the plants, all the flowers in the truck died. I got fired. I was such an a-hole. And then it's your hometown, so like the guy at the flower shop knew my dad. He said, I don't know, I'm gonna have to tell Marv, but I gotta let you go.
Oh, that's rough.
You can't kill all the flowers. I mean, that's our job.
Rob
deliver
Schneider.
flowers while they're alive.
He went into comedy because 1-800-Flowers canceled him.
This is before that.
That even happened.
They didn't have 1-800.
Well, that's why they got off.
They did have 1-800 right around about the same time.
They had to go national because the local guys were getting all the flowers killed. That's what happened. They were all playing softball. One of the things I saw in the highlight that I loved.
What was that?
Just you describing yourself as a traditional liberal and saying that would make you a right-wing fascist.
I agree. I mean, it's true.
Well, no, I love the point so much. But I wanted to add to it. Like when Obama ran for president on Yes We Can, like if he did that right now, they would be telling him to check his half-white privilege, would they not?
I would hope so. But there's a difference, though. Like, because my mother's Filipino, but I don't get to be called,
Filipino American.
I don't get that,
You just get Rob.
I just get Rob, So, and I'm Rob Schneider, not Rob Takamura. I don't get any. I don't get any of the Asian benefits.
You don't get any hyphen benefits.
I get nothing. I get the only benefit I get from being half Asian is a small wiener and all my eyebrows fell out. That's all I get. Can I say wiener on the radio? Anyway,
nobody cares. It's fine.
So
we're on the radio side of this.
They don't on the radio side.
Yeah, they don't scrutinize.
You can get away more with radio, can't you?
Do whatever you want. The radio
you
audience
think you can,
gets
but
it.
then I said something yesterday on some Fox thing about Garth Brooks, and the next thing I know, it's in like Newsweek.
Oh, they
everything,
jumped in.
Everything is like everybody's just digging for whatever little click they can get.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing now. We have a lot of they're like snipers, almost like cultural arsonists.
It is. It's a cycle, though, James, if I may say.
No,
I was trying to think about how idiotic this is. It's just like the turn of the 20th century. You had by 1900 to 1910, you had 18 daily newspapers in Manhattan alone.
Think about that.
18. That was because that was what was the entertainment. It was clickbait.
Yep.
Back then, whatever the headline you had on there, and it's whatever is going to help sell newspapers.
Yep.
It's before radio, before TV, before film.
Yep.
You basically had. What did you have then? You had church. Maybe you had some plays on Broadway, but yet most people couldn't do that. Most people couldn't read. 80% of Americans are farmers, but they would grab that and read that. Whatever the heck that was.
No, that's a great point. Rob Schneider is here, and I'm taking him into you kids get off my lawn mode.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting me riled up.
You get in your 50s.
I'm getting riled up.
When I used to when I was I don't ever want to be a guy in my 50s going, back in the day, these kids don't realize, and here I am,
Here he is on Fox Nation. It's Woke Up in America, and it's a phenomenal hour back in my day. The kids get right off the lawn. They'll get off. Actually, they'll want to stay on your lawn. I don't think the kids are going to want to leave your lawn after
They
this.
They can't. That's aggression.
It's
a micrograss aggression.
It's triggering. It's not nice. It's unfair to the grass people. I love this.
I know. But I don't know. I will say that most people, I don't think fall into the category where they get sucked into this. It just makes news and it gives us something to talk about.
Oh, you know what I think happens?
I don't think it's in everybody's life, but it is out there.
No,
there are crazy things happening.
But every one of these moments that happen in the media, where all right, we're gonna ruin this guy.
Yeah.
That usually starts because 3 people with a combined 8 followers decided they were mad.
I know.
And then a lazy journalist got a story out of it, and that created a news cycle. And sometimes it blows up and you get fired.
But I remember Jay Leno telling me in the 90s, late 90s, hey, listen, everybody thinks they got it worth. Everybody thinks, like Tom Cruise, nobody gets it worse than me. Everybody gets their own share, and it goes around, everybody gets the equal amount. It's true. It's the thing. It's true.
Oh, I love this. We're talking about that's so good.
He says we're all replaceable. The Jay Leno impression goes up, it also goes down. But Jay was a very, very kind, nice man who would just give you advice you got to figure out a way to get along with everybody. You got to figure out a way. We're all replaceable. You don't think they get another Tom Cruise? They get another Tom Cruise next week. They get another Jay Leno? They get another Jay Leno in an hour. Yeah, we're all replaceable.
I'm dying. Tom Cruise, though, he might have been wrong on that one. Tom Cruise he's on to like Mission Impossible 12, by the way.
Well, he hit it hard. Well, nobody works harder than him.
No, you give him
and
credit
Adam
for
Sandler, the hardest working people in show business.
I'll get into him, but let me ask you this: Do you think it's false advertising to call it Mission Impossible 8 if they've pulled it off the first 7 times?
You're thinking way too into it.
Is that am I overanalyzing this?
No, it's like yes. I just people it's hard to do those stunts.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Greg Smurs, who's a great stunt coordinator, worked with me on a couple of movies when I was doing those. Little actiony things in my comedies. He was the guy. When Tom Cruise is on the side of an airplane, they're taking off, and it's really Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And there's a wire to him that's attached to a guy, and they paint it out. Well, the guy on the other end, a lot of the times in those movies, was Greg Smurs, and he's just like, even he said, I can't take the tension anymore. It's just too much.
That's crazy.
It's just too much because like Tom will do it, and he's a great athlete.
Yeah.
It's one of the things like Smurs told me. He said this guy could have been a professional stuntman, which is saying that he could have been like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Because you have to beat him. And that's how talented he is as a motorcycle rider, car driver, as a physical specimen.
He's
just
an OG.
Unique in the history of show business. And but it's too much stress.
That's a lot of action, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of action.
It is, and he loves it, and he's great at it, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, he gets a kick out of it. He's jumping out of buildings.
Look at that. I mean, he brought movies back with
No, listen, Top Gun saved cinema. No one was going to a multiplex.
Yeah.
If you're going for real, if you were going to the box office,
and you want to see a movie like that,
you're either going
to
see you're either going to see Marvel, like a superhero, or Tom Cruise. You either need a cape or a Scientologist.
I know,
no
it's a shame. It's a shame. That's why my little movie Daddy-Daughter Trip, it's going to be hopefully released. We're trying to figure that out now, but it's like I'm trying to get the overspill from whatever Tom Cruise movie comes out next. You know what I mean? I'm happy with that.
I think you just need to retitle it Top Gun 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars 9.
It's tough because you would think, but it's just tough to get. It's a big deal to get people out of their homes and get a babysitter. It's a responsibility.
It's a lot.
And then they gotta go to a specific time. They got to eat crappy popcorn, and then the seats are sticky. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but
you're asking a lot.
No, you are, but they'll show up. They go watch you do stand up. You're selling out all over the country.
Well, the stand up's a little different because I do think that, like, it's like Jerry Seinfeld said, in 1984, I said, no, in 1975, there were 40 comedians, and 8 of them were good. In 1985, there were 4,000 comedians, and 8 of them were good. I will say now, there's always been great comedians, but there's never been so many great comedians at their peak at this time. Sebastian Maniscalco.
He's really good. Yeah.
Bill Burr. Chris Rock. Dave Chappelle. You can see these guys. Joe Rogan. You can see these guys now, and they make sense of the world for you.
Yep.
That's what people want to do, and that's what hopefully for people who want to see my comedy special on Fox Nation streaming now.
Hey, girl.
Just I hope that they get a good laugh.
They don't like it.
I hope so. Yeah.
No, we laughed. I actually laughed. I was excited to have you on to talk about it. It's exciting. It's exciting to like something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's to be surprised and shocked or grossed out.
It's great.
It's fun to be in that position. And I will say that, like, of all the art forms right now, I think the most daring and the most exciting at their best is the stand-up comedy.
Yep.
It's like folk singing was in the 60s.
Yeah, no, that's funny. But it's true in a way. And I think what's happening now...
I think it's true, not in a way. It's true.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I didn't need in the way,
All right,
James.
Dylan. Way to go.
I didn't need that.
Put your acoustic guitar away. We're going electric here for a minute.
I do think that's a real thing where people can get a real good show and people can kind of make sense of what's kind of happening and go, all right, I'm not crazy. Look at this guy.
Well, that's what it is.
He thinks the way I do.
I think everybody's life has been corporatized. And I think what comedy represents is a form of escapism now. It's one of the few places in society where you can go kind of let go.
I think so. It's a place where you can definitely reorganize your perception about things. And it's very subversive comedy. So I can hopefully, if I do it well, if you watch the whole show, I think I can hopefully subvert people to my point of view, which is just for jokes, but it's a calmer place of looking at things and just making fun of how crazy some of it is.
Yeah.
Some of it's crazy.
No, the world's on fire. That's what I say. And comedians are just roasting marshmallows.
I don't know when like math turned right wing. How did math get like? What did the two say?
We were 40 seconds out from a commercial break without me fearing my job or getting canceled. But now that you're going to pull this white supremacist math out.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Who the hell booked this guy? I realized I think you forgot to put your hood on before you walked in here, Schneider.
I know. Can you imagine if you were in the KKK and like your biggest dream ever would be like, how can we bring segregation back? I know. We'll say it's for their own safety. They got to graduate separately. No, it'll never happen.
They crushed feminism. Feminism is now about replacing women with men. It's crazy.
It is happening as we speak.
Schneider, they're about to kill both our mics. This was an honor, sir.
God bless you.
The Specialist woke up in America. It is streaming on Fox Nation.
It is.
I miss you already, pal.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me and all your toys in the middle of your toys.
Take one from the shelf. Go. Take care. Back after this.